All right, so we are at the entrance of Magma Ranch, and this is the scenery from the main entrance. This is south, looking towards the town of Florence as well as the town of Coolidge. Obviously also Tucson's down there somewhere, but this is what you're gonna see when you come out of your neighborhood every day to go wherever you're gonna go. Hopefully the clouds won't be here, but this is the scenery. All right, let's take a drive inside of Magma Ranch. Okay, so I've got my selfie stick set up this weird way so I can drive and video at the same time. So all right, so we are going to go forward and we're going to drive through Magma Ranch. So it looks like I see at least two builders in here right now. One of them is LGI, the other is DR Horton. I don't know if DR Horton is completely sold out or not. I don't see their signs yet, but that is LGI. And we're just going to drive through the neighborhood and I'll kind of give you my feel for it, and then we'll come back to the model home. So they've got cluster mailboxes, so if that's not a big deal for you, they're here. The streets don't look terrible, but they do look a little old. The houses, there's a combination of one-story houses and two-story houses, and it's not super big. I don't know if there's like a phase 1 and phase 2, but the phase that I'm in right now, it doesn't look like super huge. So we might be able to do a drive down each one of the streets. So let's go this way to the right. I'll tell you the street name as soon as I find it. And as you can see, it's a very clean neighborhood. Okay, there's a wall there. So again, I don't know if that's a different subdivision or if that's the second side of this subdivision. But we've come to a cul-de-sac here, and we're gonna swing around. And it looks like there's a school over there somewhere. I'll see if I can find that out for you. So we are going to keep going. Vivint is obviously out here doing business. So if you have that service or you're looking for that service, it is here. I'm trying to see if I see anything that can kind of give you an idea of what to expect. So this street that we're on is Sunflower Lane. The main street is Magma Wood Drive. We're on Sunflower Lane. We're gonna turn down Cottonwood Drive in a second. Central Security Group apparently is out here as well. So we're going to, there's more cluster mailboxes here. So this is like the second side of the neighborhood, it looks like. Primrose Lane is one of the streets. And again, all the streets kind of look alike. All the houses kind of look alike. This is Desert Mountain Boulevard. And then there's this, looks like kind of a main street. Yeah, there's like a little main street here. And I'll do my, hold on. All right, mind you. Okay, so this way, this is Desert, what did I say this was? Desert Mountain. And that goes down this way. And then there's like a little park over here. I see tennis courts over there. There's the guy cutting the grass. There's nobody behind me, so I'm good. We're gonna go across the street over to Marigold Lane. Marigold Lane looks like there's a house for sale over there. So if you're on Zillow, this house is for sale. More cluster boxes here. The street, this one does, this Marigold Lane actually ends at the playground. So this one is listed by HomeSmart. The address is 10420 Marigold Lane. If you're interested in that home, that's for sale. This again is the park. I see another neighborhood called Descanso. So that's on the other side where you see that wall. That's where that other neighborhood is. And then we're gonna turn. So I'm not sure if this is a part of Magma Ranch or not. I'll have to ask the young ladies up in the office. This street looks to be completely built out. I'm gonna drive all the way down and then probably swing back, or if it turns left, we'll go left to go back up towards the front. This street is definitely all the way built out. You can kind of see the landscape or lack thereof on this street as well. And again, I'm in a car by myself, so I can't really move the camera around like I want to unless I stop. So this street does not turn left, it turns right, but it ends at this little cul-de-sac thing here. There's more houses coming up down the street, so we're gonna drive. All right, so this is, I made the left and I'm gonna make a loop, and you kind of see, that's that main street, that Desert Mountain View Street or whatever. So we're gonna go down because there are some houses being built on Cholla Drive. And these are DR Horton homes that look like they're already sold. You can kind of see them. These are being built now. So this might be the second phase of Magma that's being built now. So there's houses on this street that are being built, Cholla Drive. There's houses on Lupine or Lupin, I don't know. There's a bunch of houses. Looks like all the DR Horton houses are on this street down here. So I'm not gonna drive down that because I don't personally really like nails in my tires. So we're not going that way. I'm looking at some solar panels on one of these houses, so they've probably been here for a while. This is Cliff Rose Lane coming up here. There's houses being built down Cliff Rose, excuse me. There's apparently children here because I'm looking at some backyard stuff that suggests that there's children here. Definitely looks family friendly. There you go. She's over there knitting. We're not gonna go down this. Well, I guess we can. We'll take a swing down the street here. And again, you can see it's a very clean neighborhood. I'm not sure if this street ends or not, so we'll find out once we get here. That would be my seatbelt. I have officially passed 13 miles per hour. So this is Magma Wood Drive again. So we've come back to the main road. This is a little bit of a cul-de-sac over here. And then we're gonna go straight down the street and back up to the main road. And again, this is where you can see some of the houses that are being built over this way. Those were those streets that we didn't turn down that way. And nobody's behind me, so we're good. And then these houses are already built over on this side. So you're good over there. All right, so let's put our little selfie stick back. And we're gonna head on down the road. So far, that was the only for sale sign I saw, was that one house. All right, so we're back to Lapine Street here. And those are built. They're building to the right of me. To the left of me is built out. So we're on the other side of the park now, if you can see that. Those are the tennis courts. And then over this way, again, this is an entirely different neighborhood or different section of the neighborhood. I'm not quite sure. But they got a whole street. Or this could be the family's name on the wall. I don't know. Stranger things have happened here. Alrighty, so where are we now? Okay, so this main road, that looks like a school. So we're gonna drive down and see if that's a school back there. Yes, there looks like it is. And then we'll come back up. Here's more houses over there. Yes, this is a school zone. So something interesting about Arizona is apparently there's school zones all day while school is in session. Not quite used to that. No passing 15 miles per hour while school is in session. They don't play no games out here when it comes to these school zones. Something to keep in mind. To my right is Ardente. That's another neighborhood apparently. Off of Marigold Court, there's another park over here. This one's a little bigger. It's got a soccer field. Looks like a splash park. This is the school over to the left of where I am. I'll see if I can find the name of it. It looks like an elementary school. And again, I don't see the name yet. Yes, I do. This is Magma Ranch K through 9. So if you have children and you're wondering where do they go to school here, this is it. You can walk to school or ride your bike to school every day. Alrighty. So I think we found DR Horton. So we're going to swing around this way. This is a pretty big neighborhood. Like, we haven't really gotten to what looks like the whole thing. So we're going to go over to DR Horton now. That was just coming in the main road. We're going down Marigold Court. And we're going to stop in at DR Horton and see what their homes look like out here. And then we'll go over to LGI and check out their homes as well. And I'm still going to tell you where I am. So I'm still on Marigold Lane at Ocotillo Drive. All right, let's go get some information. Okay, so we're back. We're heading home now from Magma Ranch. And I'm kind of going to give you a voiceover, basically, of what I'm seeing as I'm driving, because I have to use my GPS, so it's kind of hard to not know where you're going. But what I'm seeing along the way, I'm coming out of the main, onto the main street now. I'm going to be on Felix Road taking a left, and that's going to take me back up to the way that I came in. And this road here, it's an old country road. Like, what is he doing? This dude is in the lane to go right and turning left. You are an idiot. Thank you. Gee whiz. All right, so you're gonna see mountains galore. So to your left, to your right, you're gonna see mountains all over the place. They don't look very close, but believe you me, they're not very far. Once we get up to this main road, we're going to take a right. And that's gonna take me into Santan Valley. Again, we're in Florence right now. So along this particular stretch of road, which is Judd Road, you're looking at cotton field. That's what you're looking at. There's no other way around it. But once you we are entering the Florence town limits right now, according to the sign I just saw. So we're gonna go up the street, and then it's about maybe a mile or so, and then we take another right, and then we get on a smaller road. And it's really quick. That's like maybe a quarter mile, maybe a mile and a half mile, something like that. And then you're gonna get on Gansel. So Gansel is cool because Gansel comes this way, and then it also goes out to Apache Junction. It turns into Ironwood, which takes you to Apache Junction, which also takes you to Gold Canyon, and it takes you to Highway 60. which is what takes you into Phoenix and Scottsdale and Tempe and all those cities. So that's how far. And the young lady I spoke to at the LGI office, she said that's about a 45-minute drive from here, and I can pretty much confirm that just based on my own personal knowledge. So right now we're still in farmland. That's exactly where we are at the moment. But once you get into Santan Valley, like from here, it's going to take me probably, I think it was 8 minutes. Yep, it's going to take me like 8 minutes to get to the main road. And then from there, you're about 5 minutes from a grocery store, from fast food, from gas stations. So you're not far from things. So you're kind of out of the way. You're tucked out in the middle of no man's land, but you're still close enough to civilization to where you can actually enjoy things that are that way. And then Queens Creek is maybe a 30-minute drive depending on which direction you go, and that's where you're going to find the movie theater, you're going to find Target, you're going to find more restaurants. Those are going to be out that way. Libraries, there's a library in Florence that is probably 10 minutes or so from here, but if you want a bigger library, there's one in Queen Creek, and again, that's about 20 minutes from here. If you want to go to a state park, I don't think it's a state park, but Santan Regional Mountain Park, which is literally right behind my house, that's about 15 minutes from here. Coolidge is not far. They've got a nice Walmart out that way. The Casa Grande ruins are there. That's, again, from here I can't really tell. You'd have to kind of, I guess, do a Google map and see exactly where that is from here, but it's not a terribly far drive. The road that we have to go on actually to get to Florence and to get to Coolidge is Attaway Road, and I've already crossed it coming this way that I'm coming now. So now I just made a little bit of a turn to the right, and I'm on a street where there's still some barren land to my left, but to my right there's housing communities literally like right here. So you come around the corner and you're back into quote-unquote civilization, so to speak. This is Quail Run, I believe, is this particular area here. And then I'm going to drive probably another 2 minutes or so, and I'm going to be at Bella Vista. And again, that's the road that's going to take you into Santan Valley, where all of your shopping is going to be. Nail salons are down that way, dentist office, doctor's offices, all of that type of thing is going to be down in Santan Valley. And this is all Pinal County. That's something I did not realize when we moved here, which is not a bad thing at all, but it's just something to keep in mind when you're doing things such as getting your utilities set up and that type of thing. So right now we are making a left onto Bella Vista. This is actually not a four-way stop or a light. That's obviously how much traffic is out here that they don't even need that. And then I'm going to go into Santan, and my view right now is I'm looking at what we call our mountain, which is the Santan Regional Mountain Range directly in front of me, and I'm going to drive almost into them to get to my shopping areas and to get back home. Walmart is very close as well. So it's not a long drive to Magma Ranch, so you're not going to feel like you're just out in the middle of nowhere by any stretch of the imagination, but you still get that feel that you kind of are. That's how I would explain the drive to get there. Right now I'm looking at farmlands to the left of me and farmlands to the right of me. This is a 2-lane road that's going to eventually turn into a 4-lane. But yeah, it's a beautiful, serene way of living is living out here. That's what I call it, and that's what I think it is. Well, I hope you make the decision to come join us in Pinal County, Florence, Coolidge, Santan Valley. We will be more than glad to have you.